Hello and welcome back to my channel. For this tutorial you will be needing papers, a paper trimmer and a circle punch. Mine is 2 inches, and some packaging and big confetti and sequins, and also some foam thingies. The first thing is I am measuring out how big I want my paper to be, and then I'm gonna cut it to size. So this is the height of the bookmark. And then I'm also gonna cut it in half. So this paper is 6 inches wide, so I am gonna cut it at 3 inches. And then I'm gonna washi tape those two papers together because I'm gonna hole punch it, and I don't wanna have the paper moving around because it wouldn't be too cute to have or it could be an effect as well, but I want to have the hole on the same place on both sides of the paper. And then I'm gonna cut my packaging to size, and this is what I'm gonna fill with confetti and sequins. So I wanted to cover the hole and then some, so I can attach it, but I don't want to have it too big so that all of the bee confetti sort of, nothing is in the circle, everything is just outside of it. So I have two sides that are open, and one I'm going to close up so I can fill this little bag with sequins. And I'm just measuring so that the washi tape isn't in the circle. And then I'm filling it up with sequins and bee confetti. Just enough to, I don't know, it's just a matter of how many sequins you want to have and how many bees you want to have. The sequins I'm using is actually for nail art, I believe. I got it at the dollar store, so it was really cheap, and I thought that, if I want to go fancy with my nails, I can use them for that, but I actually mainly want to use them for my scrapping. So it was like $1 for 4 different kinds of sequins. They're all stars. Yeah. Anyways, I'm closing up the top as well, so now it's all in the bag and nothing can escape. And I'm also just cutting off the tails of the washi tape because that wouldn't be too cute. And then I'm using my Tombow tape runner to glue around the hole so I can put my little bag of sequins there. The reason I'm using a foam tape instead of the tape runner when I put the papers together is that I want the sequins and bees to be able to move so that you can shake it a bit like a shaker card. Because if I would have taped it together, it would have been, flat in a different way. So that's why. And these are actually quite thin, so they don't bulk up too much, which I also like. Before putting the 2 pages together, I'm attaching a little tab so that it will be easy to find my current day. And I'm putting it there before putting the pages together because this way the back of the staples won't show, and also it kind of gets weird when you attach a tab on top of something that is thick, if you know what I mean. So that's why. Right, then I carefully try to place the papers on top of each other, and I also decide that I want to washi tape the sides just because it's so thick. So I don't know, it's something about, I think it looks more finished when you don't see the foam thingies. I don't know, it's just me. But it sort of closes the card or the bookmark together. I can't really explain it, but I think you know what I mean. There's a gap between the two papers, and I don't really like that. That's why. So that's what I'm doing here. And this washi tape is a staple of mine. Unfortunately, I don't think they make it anymore, So I have 2 rolls, and I am pretty sure that I will use them up because I just like washi tape that is really clean and basic. And I spruce things up with a bit of yellow washi tape. And then this is also something I think gives a finished look. When there's a hole or something, I really like to line the edge with something. And this time I'm just using a bit of twine that I had in my stash. This one is from Lawn Fawn, I think. And it's really also very neutral. So it's a very good background sort of thing. So I'm just layering it around the hole punched or circle punched hole. And I'm trying to just, make it, I'm just gluing it down where it falls naturally, sort of. Of course, I'm trying to get it as close to the edge as possible because that's what I'm trying to cover up. And that's just, I don't know, it's the small things, I believe, that makes things look a bit more put together, if you know what I mean. I can't really, I really need to widen or make my English vocabulary a bit bigger. Anyways, I'm doing the same to both sides because otherwise it would look awkward. And on this side, I'm actually using quite a bit more of the twine because it was so much fun. And it also gives another look. And on this side, it's, I don't know, it kind of goes well with this side. So as you can see, I'm trying to take it slowly, and I'm not putting too much glue down at the same time. When the first round of twine has been put down, I'm just trying to let it fall where it falls naturally, sort of. And then I'm adding glue afterwards, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of glue going on, and this one, I don't remember the name of it, tacky something. I've had this bottle for ages, and I feel like I use it all the time, but it's like, I think it's magic. It must be because I never run out of glue. I actually bought a new bottle because I thought that I was going to run out, and I think I gave that to my kids, and I still haven't run out. So I really like, and this one, the cap is really broad, so I think it's made to stand up so that you always have the glue at the tip of the bottle, which is also nice. Right. To cover up the ends on this side, I took one of the bee confetti and put it there, and that's also, I just felt like it made the bee confetti sort of continue onto the bookmark on the outside. I don't know, I thought that it was a cute idea. Then I'm playing around with a couple of die cuts. I was absolutely sure that I was going to use one of the bigger die cuts, like the one with the teacups stacked on top of each other, or the one with the teacups and flowers in them. But when I started to play around, it didn't feel as right anymore. That's sometimes that happens. Like, you have this idea in your head before starting something, and then when you are going to execute it, it doesn't look the way you thought it would, or it doesn't feel like the thing you're, I don't know. That happens to me all the time. I think I have things planned out, and then I'm like, no, doesn't feel too good. So I actually find this super big die cut from the scrapbooking kit, or the 12 by 12 by 12 memory keeping kit, and I just felt like it was it. You know how it is sometimes? Yeah, that's how I like to roll. That's the fun thing about this process. Like you have things sort of planned out, and then when you start to play around, it just goes into a direction that you didn't know beforehand. I think that's what the creative process is all about, right? And I'm just gonna glue those down. That's also something that is nice with die cuts, that you can just tuck things in, and if it doesn't feel right, you can just remove them, and if it feels right, you just glue them down. So this side of the bookmark is done, I think. I think it turned out cute, and it's time to work on the other side. And I actually quite quickly decide on using a flower for this side, and I decide that I want to layer it on top of a bit of washi tape. So that's also something that kind of makes or creates a red thread between the page or the sides, because I had the same yellow washi tape on the front, and I like to do that when I make things. Have, a couple of elements that reoccur. And I feel like I'm missing a bit of something, so I'm gonna add a sticker from the decorative sticker sheet, and it says, "I'm much nicer after tea." And I think just that tiny little sticker just made it, I don't know, it made it pop a bit more. And I think, no, there's one more thing. I need to write today, obviously, on the tab. And these stickers, I think they were either in the one of the classified kits, or if it was in the pocket memory keeping kit. I am not sure. Anyways, I really, really, really love these foam thing stickers. They are just adorable. And I also noticed that I thought that the pink side would be the front at first, but obviously this side needs to be the front. And I'm so happy with how this bookmark turned out. And a couple of close-ups. So I think it's super cool. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more of what I create, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!